Hi everyone, this month I'm going to answer the question, what is a certified specialist in California? So you might see this term get thrown around in the legal world, so I'm here to answer what it is exactly for you. So a certified specialist is an individual that the State Bar of California says has expertise in a special sub area of the law. So let's take it a step back. When you attend law school and you graduate law school, one of the things that graduates do is take the state bar exam. So the bar examination at this point is a 2-day examination. Back when I took it, it was a 3-day examination, but essentially the State Bar of California makes you take an exam before you get your license as an attorney to be able to practice. So if you don't have your license, you can't practice law in California. In addition to taking this exam to get your license, the State Bar of California offers subspecialty practice areas that you can actually express or become a specialized attorney in, which means that you are showing an expertise in this area that's above and beyond the general scope of practice. So there are several subspecialty areas. There's certain areas that you can specialize in, like workers' comp, appellate law, trusts, estate planning and probate, tax law. So there are certain groups that have subspecialty areas, and in order to become a specialist in these areas, you essentially have to have lots and lots of work experience, meaning real life experience practicing in that particular field. So you have to have normally about 5 years minimum experience in that area. You have to show the State Bar of California that you have done X amount of work in that area. So for example, with trust, estate planning, trust, and probate specialization, you have to show that you've done over a couple of hundred estate plans. You have to show that you've done an X amount of trust administrations, conservatorships, probate work. So you have to show your expertise by proving that you've had clients that you've helped in these different areas. So that's one of the first requirements. Second requirement is to have educational requirement, which means that not only did you do your continuing education for your state bar license to practice law, but you also did additional education for the specialization as well, which means that you've attended classes that are not just wills and trusts, but a little bit more specific and specialized in the material that is being taught. So there's that educational component. The third thing that needs to be done, and it's the most important one, is you have to sit on an exam. So you have to take a day-long exam that asks you various hypothetical written questions about trusts, probate, estate planning, and based on your answers on those essay exams, they will determine whether or not you have exhibited or shown your expertise enough to be able to have that designation as an attorney. So in addition to that, once you pass the actual exam, the final step of the process is for other attorneys or judges in the legal world to be able to vouch for you. So there's a peer review process where individuals will be contacted by the State Bar and they'll be asked, hey, have you done any work with Armina Bazikian? She passed the examination and we want to make sure that she's actually an estate specialist. And the individuals will vouch for the work that you've done, their experiences with you, whether you've appeared in court in front of them as a judge or you've had the pleasure of working with them alongside your clients. So the peer review process is the final step. Once you've exhibited all 4 of those requirements, the State Bar gives you the very, very special title of certified specialist in that field. So for example, I have a certified specialist designation in estate planning, trusts, and probate, which means that within all of the attorneys in California that have passed the bar, there are less than 1% who are certified specialists in all fields, and you can imagine that that percentage is even more smaller when it comes to the wills and trusts world. So this is really important because if you have complex estate planning or tax planning needs, it's important to seek out a certified specialist, or if you have other legal issues, be aware of the designation. So when you're interviewing attorneys, it's always good to ask whether they have that designation. It just tells you that the State Bar has kind of rubber stamped their knowledge, and the State Bar is vouching for their expertise and has made them jump through hoops so that you can be confident in your decision to hire that firm.